if somebody has a pressing question or you had a breakthrough, I want to open up the lines for, go ahead and unmute yourself and tell me what's your question or what was your breakthrough? Give me a short 10, 15 seconds.
Coach Bell, is Priscilla White. My breakthrough is the simplicity. It doesn't have to be complicated. I've been complicating everything. It's gathering people and being consistent with it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What part makes the most sense to you?
Well, it started with the daily because I overcomplicated thinking I have to do all these different things daily. And I'm trying to learn all these different systems and what this coach says and what that coach says, when I need to be doing what matters most, which is adding to my list and inviting people to events so that my team grows. Because I had a whole organization quit and my business was totally dependent on that one specific part of my organization.
Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. Show Priscilla some love in the chat, in the comments. How many can relate to that? And that's powerful because now when you hear all these different things from all these different leaders, you know where to put it. Remember I talked about that? Oh, does that fall into my daily routine? Or does it fall into my weekly routine, my monthly or my quarterly? I don't have to be all over the place, right? I don't need a new system. I already have the system. I already have the rhythm. I'm just learning how to do what I'm already doing better. I'm just learning how to do it better with more work ethic, with more strategy behind it, with more inspiration, more motivation, right? Ah, beautiful. And then I'm inspiring others to do the same. Who else? If you had a question or a breakthrough, we want to hear from you. You have to unmute yourself if you're talking.
Hey, sir, Clark Burton.
Hey, sir.
How you doing today?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I would be too. I wish I was in San Diego too, Coronado, San Diego.
Come on.
I'm trying, man, but I'm taking care of my mom. But you made clarity. This is so crystal clear. You know, over these years, I've been overwhelmed with everything, but you just put it so much clarity to these 4 steps: daily, weekly, quarterly, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. I love it. So I wrote in my notes, DMWQ. DWMQ. That's what I put.
Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. I love it. I love it. Congratulations.
I got to come up with a song for that one.
Oh, there you go. And when I got into this rhythm and I realized that was it, you know, I realized, wait a minute, I can do my daily activities, knock them out in 30 minutes, knock them out in an hour, and go play, go enjoy the rest of my life. Go do whatever it is I want to do because I know I did my daily. And if I have some extra time and I want to do more of it, great. But I got my rhythm going. It doesn't have to be my life. It's a rhythm. And I can inspire more people to do the same thing. Who else can I inspire to do the same schedule? And then the weekly, did I show up? Did I show up with people to my presentation, my training? Am I accountable so I can grow? Beautiful, beautiful. My monthly, am I showing up to my Super Saturday every month? Do I have it on my calendar? And am I having fun with my team? Beautiful. And then quarterly, do I have my goals planned? Am I attending my big event with people? Beautiful. Family, it's the daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly rhythm that lays your foundation. This is how I made 500 to 1,000. In fact, as kind of an understatement, I never made working it. I was just coachable. But once I figured out what I was doing, I went, I started earning over $1,000 a month part-time. Outside of my job, outside of school, outside of my business, I was earning $1,000 a month from this rhythm. And it started, when I got into a rhythm with it, people started asking, how are you doing that? What are you doing? And I was able to help start taking them through the rhythm. Okay, one more person. We'll take one or two more. What impacted you most with questions? You have a question or a breakthrough? I want to hear.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I have got associates on or recruited them, and they go into witness protection.
Yes.
Or they don't answer, or they get busy in their own life. And it's the only ones that I can kind of pull back is the ones that are either connected with the membership,
The product.
and the product.
Okay.
And so those are the ones that they see the light bulb of what we can do here.
Okay. So what's your question?
My question is, how do I inspire the ones right at the beginning to take charge of their life?
Good question. First of all, how many people, and thanks for sharing that question, how many can relate to that? How many have people that have entered the witness protection program, meaning they just sign up and disappear, or they stop taking calls, or whatever the case may be? Who else can relate to that? I would ask you, how many do you have? How many do you have that have entered the witness program, witness protection program? I've had several thousand people enter the witness protection program. And my answer to you would be congratulations. Congratulations. If you have a lot of people entering the witness protection program, you're probably doing it right. You're probably doing it right. Again, thousands of people quit McDonald's every single day. Well, they must be doing something right. In order to have that many people quitting, that means they brought enough people in. Now, are there some things we can do to be more effective as leaders? Absolutely there are. But here's what I realized. The mistake that some people make is they start getting into this rhythm. Or first, they don't get into this rhythm. They just start recruiting people, but they're not recruiting people into their rhythm. The daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. So people are coming in and they're all over the place because the leader is all over the place. The sponsor is all over the place. So first person we lead is ourselves. We lead ourselves into a consistent rhythm. And we make it so attractive that other people want to join us. So that's the first thing, is to stay in that rhythm yourself and know that no matter what, I'm going to keep bringing in new people, because we already know you might have to recruit 10 people to find 1, 2, or 3 that are ready to work. People join this industry for all kinds of reasons. Some people join. When I first got started, I said, I'm going to sign up, even if it's just for the personal development, the leadership development, even if I don't do anything. Does that make me a bad person? Does that mean I'm not achieving my goals? Does that mean I'm not viable? No, I was achieving my goal. Even if I just grew and never sold anything or recruited anyone, I achieved what I wanted out of the business. Some people join for the tax benefits of having a home-based business. Some people want to try it out. Some people want to position themselves now so that when they're ready later, they already have something in place. There's all kinds of reasons. Some people join because they want a discount on the products or a tax deduction, whatever it is. So different people join for different reasons. So as born CEOs, one, we already know we got to recruit 10 people just to find 1 or 2 or 3 good ones, right? And so we're constantly bringing in folks and staying in the rhythm. The second mistake people make when people start joining and they enter the witness protection program is they get emotional about it and they panic and they leave the rhythm to go chasing people. Or they start damaging their self-image, negative self-talk, like, what's wrong with me? Don't ever ask that question again. Nothing's wrong with you. If you've ever asked that question to anybody, stop asking those wrong questions. The question is, how can I get better? How can I get better? How can I stay in my rhythm and get better? How can I stay in my rhythm and get better? You don't leave the field to chase those who are off track. If you do, you're now off track and you derail the entire train for everyone else who could have been on track. So never get off track chasing people. When we get to the leadership development section, we'll talk about some of the things in terms of building relationships and practicing what you're learning in your daily leadership development so you can build stronger relationships with people, which has nothing to do with the business yet. Strong relationships with people, right? And then become a better coach to help people start to apply and get results themselves. First, they get the activity going in the rhythm, and then they get through the activity, some results happening. Now they're willing to follow you even more because of your coaching. And then you start grooming those who are serious. And now they want to follow you even more because you have helped them grow into a stronger leader and got them even stronger results. But that's all through the leadership development over time. The key is never leave your rhythm and never quit doing that to go chase people who aren't ready yet. You're looking for the people who are ready. I'll reach back and stay in touch with people from time to time, but I'm looking for people that are ready now. That was one of the things that cost me the most time. I have a huge heart for people. I would slow down. I was even neglecting those who deserved my time, who were producing and deserved my time, to go chasing people who needed help, quote unquote, needed help. I thought they needed help. And I thought if I left the rhythm, or I left the people who deserved my time, or if I took time away from finding people who were ready to spend time with those who were needy, that would help them. And I found out it didn't help them one bit. In fact, some of them even resented me, like, man, you're not even growing as much as I thought you would be growing, because I was so busy spending time with them instead of leading by example, inspiring them. And so I learned the best way to serve people was to lead them, lead by example, create more success stories. Oh, we'll talk about that more in VIP under the leadership training. Okay, one more. Somebody, you had a breakthrough or a question for me? Unmute yourself. All right. So you
Coach
can
Bell, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
What awesome training. Oh my gosh. I've been doing this for 6 years. And when I started, I remember them saying, have fun and make money. So I took that seriously. Everybody on the team, I'd say, come on, we're going to make money and have fun too. Well, thank God for you, because I could honestly say, I'm down to the end here 6 years later going, I don't think I'm having fun. I'm still telling them, let's have fun. But, and when they call, how are you doing? I am fantastic. And one lady said, are you always fantastic? I said, absolutely. Because if I'm not, if I keep saying it, I will be. And I'm thinking, how do I put the fun back in this? I spent hours and hours and hours, and it took me a while to learn. I couldn't drag people. I couldn't carry them. I couldn't, like you said, go look for the willing. I heard that probably 900 times and finally got it, probably in the last 6 months. And I'm thinking, I guess I'm a slow learner. But your system, what you're teaching and talking about rhythm. Okay, I love to dance. Okay, and I've seen people on a dance floor that have no rhythm, have 2 left feet, are apologizing for stepping on your toe because they don't have rhythm. And here you put it in such a place and just explained it so clearly that we can all have rhythm. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're quite welcome. I love hearing the stories, the breakthroughs. I live for that. And you got it. It's once it's put the right way and we just get into that rhythm, we can have fun and show people that this is fun and show people that this doesn't have to take forever and show people the pictures of you hanging out at the pool and hanging out at the beach or having the barbecue or going out to the restaurant or enjoying time with family at home and still having a thriving business, still being consistent. And that consistency will lay a foundation for your team. What happens when you have 10 other people that do the same thing with you? I want you to add that note, find 10, find my 10, put that in the comments, find my 10. Over time, you're gonna find your 10 people that do the same thing with you. And imagine 10 people in a rhythm with you. Everybody's making 500 to 1,000 a month or more. And in my model, that'll force you to 500 to 1,000 plus or more per week. So you find your 10 and then they'll find their 10. And that's where the duplication starts to come. We'll talk about more of that in the next section. We're gonna take a quick 2-minute break, 2-minute break, and I'll be right back. And we're going to go into the next session. In the next session, I'm going to talk about, now that you've got consistency laid down, the second part of the cycle is how do you staff your team? How many want to have a rhythm where you've got people constantly joining your business, constantly coming in, knowing what to say, what to do, and you've got a nice rhythm of people joining your business, growing, and so you can quickly find that 1 out of 10, 1, 2, or 3 people out of 10 that are ready to work that you can teach this cycle to. Anybody ready to get into a rhythm with recruiting? We'll be right back in just a couple minutes, and I look forward to teaching you the next cycle.